Dr. Vanita Rattan, and this channel is dedicated to skincare for skin of colour. Now don't forget, I'm in the comment section for 1 hour at the release of every single video, so make sure not only do you subscribe, but you hit that notification bell so you know that I'm there to help you. So today's video is all about Milia. So those are the tiny little white or yellow bumps, usually around the eye area, but it can be on the cheeks, it can be on the forehead, and they're very stubborn, especially as we age. So milia are basically lumps of keratin, and keratin is a protein that's found in your hair and your skin, your nails. They basically lodge themselves and they always stick to your skin, and they can grow. They can grow up to about 2 millimeters, but usually they're tiny. It can happen basically at any age. It actually takes place in 50% of neonates, so babies. Usually for babies it resolves within 4 weeks, but for adults it's just stubborn. It doesn't move, and it can sit there for years. When it comes to cause, no one knows the real cause. There are certain things that can make it worse. So for example, harsh products, dermabrasion, or even sunburning, because as the skin peels, bits of epidermis almost get stuck, then they become very difficult to maneuver. This is actually one of the reasons I do not recommend peeling around the eye area. So I treat dark circles, periorbital pigmentation at the Hyperpigmentation Clinic. You can follow us on Instagram. I actually created the world's first dark circles treatment for skin of color. Now, the mistake that people make when they're treating dark circles is that they will use lactic acid or they'll peel this area. This is wrong for many reasons, including thinning the skin, giving you temporary results, but then you cause further issues down the line. But one of the issues actually is milia around the eyes. And that's one reason I do not encourage peeling in this very delicate area. One big misconception is that people think that this is a clogged pore. This is not a clogged pore. This is not acne. This is a plug of keratin. It's a plug of protein in the skin. Now, treatment can be quite tricky because it is so stubborn. There's not much over-the-counter products that are really going to help with this. There are a few things that you can try, and I'd start off with your 2% salicylic acid. This causes microflaking to happen without burning or causing any more irritation, especially in that delicate area. So for example, Paula's Choice 2% salicylic acid is very good. I know The Ordinary also does a very good 2% salicylic acid as well. The second ingredient I'd recommend is a retinoid. So not a retinol, a retinoid, because it's less irritating. So you can use either 2% or 5% in squalene. So The Ordinary does a very good one. And that basically encourages cell turnover. So cells are coming to the surface quicker in order to try and unplug that keratin that's stuck to the skin. There are so many myths when it comes to milia. So people say, you're not cleaning your skin enough. This just isn't true. Other people say steam your face, that will get rid of the milia. So steaming, what that will do is basically soften the skin and make it easier for a dermatologist to remove the milia, but steaming your skin by itself is really not going to get rid of the milia. There's a lot of videos and information on home remedies, so things like Manuka honey or rose water. There's really no evidence to back these treatments for the skin. These things are not going to harm your skin, but you're not really going to get much benefit either. Now, there are a few different professional treatments. There are some that are fine for skin of color, and there are some I would completely avoid for skin of color. So the first one is laser ablation. I would absolutely avoid this, not only if it's around the eye area, but also it can lead to PIH, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. And now you're basically stuck with milia and pigmentation. Just avoid that particular treatment. I'd also say avoid cryotherapy. So this is liquid nitrogen that freezes the milia around the eye. Again, it's a very delicate area. It's too close to the eye to do this particular treatment. The best option is de-roofing, and this can only be done by a dermatologist, and I'd only trust a dermatologist to do this. And they basically make a tiny little cut and they almost flick out the balls of keratin from under the skin. The thing is, a cut is still going to lead to inflammation, and there's still a chance of PIH, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So I think you need to weigh it up, and it's important to go in knowing the facts That's really what this channel is all about, is making sure that skin of color remains safe and we get the best treatments for our skin. I think you need to weigh up how much the milia is bothering you versus the potential chance of PIH, post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Start off with the products that the home care that I've discussed earlier. If that isn't working and it's really affecting you, then go down this route. Don't forget, I'm in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every single video, so make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know that I'm there to actually help you in real time. We're now launching 5 videos a week, and so it becomes very difficult for me to answer questions that I've, done a few weeks ago. So please, let's do this in real time so you know I'm there to help you. The other thing is, make sure you download your free guide for skincare for skin of color. The link is in the description box below. And if you've got any skincare issues or any brands you want me to review, I'm a doctor, but I'm also a cosmetic formulator. And so I am really a bit of a geek when it comes to ingredients and investigating brands. So if there's any brands you want me to investigate for you, please can you write those down below for me too. Thank you very much.